Hello and welcome to this episode of The Larp Lady. I'm your host, Tamar Snowraven, and I am pleased to introduce this channel. And welcome, fellow LARPers, and don't worry if this is your first time and you're on my channel, that makes you part of the family as well. So today we are going to be going over things you need to get ready for your very first LARP event. So with that in mind, let's get into it. First, you're going to want to knock out a costume test. You want to make sure things fit, you have room to move. And secondly, you want to make sure you're going to be able to avoid any costume mishaps. Let's see here. Secondly, you're going to want to make sure you have enough cosmetics and or body paints depending on what your kit requires. So if you're sitting there thinking, oh, your supplies under, say, like a quarter, and you're sitting here thinking, oh, I probably have enough to make it through the event, that may be a very good indicator to get some more. Thirdly, you want to pack, enough hygiene equipment to get through the event. I highly recommend the travel sizes, so that way if you do when you get done and you get packing up and you forget to pack it, when you get home, you're not out a full body of, say, body wash, which has happened. Your sleeping arrangements. Most logistics teams are good at securing sites that have cabins. At least my company or my chapter is good at that. So you want to take a look, see if you're going to need, like an air mattress, a sleeping bag, a tent. Also, you're going to want to take a look at the meals and make sure you don't need to, if you're going to be eating on site, what kind of drinks you need to bring versus, snacks. Or if you're not going to eat eat what's being provided, bring your own to get through the week or weekend or whatever, or basically through the event. There we go. And also, you're going to want to bring a change of clothes, especially for arriving and leaving. So that way you're not running around in costume. Also, you may want to avoid, stuff like a Fitbit or watches while you're in costume on site, and avoid things like white tennis shoes. And mostly on your first event, I would say don't be afraid to make a mistake. It's very important to learn what works for your character, what doesn't, and be open to new possibilities. Alright. And with that, I'd like to say, if you enjoyed this brief video, leave a comment, like and share. A comment to like what you bring to a LARP event, or how you get ready, and or tips you have for new players that I may have missed. And I will see you on the next event, or at the next event, where I plan to do some filming on site, and when I debut my newest character. In the meantime, keep calm and LARP on.